So in this video today, I wanted to discuss exactly why, instead of being afraid to attack the market, instead of being afraid to acquire customers, to really put your business out there in this recession and in these times where there's a lot of uncertainty, just how much you're losing out. So this week alone, we spoke to 12 different business owners. Every one of those was fearful about the investment in their marketing. And every single one of those was fearful about the return. Now there's a couple of things that go into the fear. And one is obviously the money that you invest. So you want to see a return on that investment. And to do that, you want to have utmost confidence in it. And now a lot of these people that I've spoken to and that we've spoken to here at the business are really, really confident in their service. But they're not confident in selling their service, or not confident that people will want their service. So what we're trying to create and what we're trying to get people to understand is, for every day, especially in these times when people are pulling back on their marketing spend, you can really, really capitalize and steal a march on your competitors. If you take, for instance, a €10 CPM. Now, CPM is your cost per metric, your cost to get 1,000 impressions. 1,000 impressions is 1,000 people seeing your particular advertisement, seeing your post, whatever form it may be. It may be Google search, maybe Instagram post, it may be LinkedIn ad. So let's take a €10 CPM. And let's say your competitor is spending, €100 a day. On average, our customers spend anywhere between 3 to upwards of 30, 40,000 a month. So €100 a day would really be the minimum that we're looking. So if you take a €10 CPM and you multiply that by 10 to get your daily spend, those competitors of yours are reaching 10,000 people on a daily basis, while you're saving money and still hoping for the same results. Now, I completely understand if you're happy with your business. We've spoken to a lot of business owners whose pipelines are full, they have enough work to do them for the rest of the year. But those businesses where they're looking to grow and really attack the market, you can't be fearful if you're confident in your product. So if we take that €10 CPM example, they're reaching 10,000 extra people. If they've got a 1% click-through rate, that means they're getting 100 people through to their website every day. Of those 100 people, if they have a 1% conversion rate, they're signing a client per day. Now, with the industries that we work in, we deal with service-based businesses who are selling a service that's over €500 or €600 on average, anywhere ranging up to interior designers, investment companies, and financial advisors. They're taking on, 50,000, 100,000, millions in investment. So if they're getting a 1% conversion rate and they're spending €100 a day, and we apply those two very, very basic 1% numbers, they're acquiring a customer a day, while you're still trying to figure out what reels to post on Instagram, or what picture to put on my homepage slider. When really you should be focusing on, how can I captivate attention at scale? How can I convert that attention through a dedicated customer journey on my website? For people who are not ready yet, how can I capture their information so I can nurture them and give them the information they need over a longer period of time? And this is something that really frustrates me, because people see marketing, people see these advertising companies and companies like us and platforms like Facebook, platforms like Instagram, Google, as things that are, a soakage of money, a cesspit and a pool of, a black hole of where my credit card bills go into. When really, if they're leveraged the right way, you can reach an exponential amount of people that via an outbound sales team, via, a standard email list, would be impossible to reach. The amount of emails and the amount of domains that you would need to have running to reach 10,000 people in a day, and the cost associated with that in terms of admin and monitoring, is phenomenal. Whereas you can feed these platforms with the right information of your targeted market and go and get in front of them every single day. And not only can you get in front of them, you can get back in front of them based on their actions, based on if they viewed a product, based on if they went through and nearly submitted a quote. We can get them over that final hurdle to come and speak to you, to come and talk to you. Maybe there's that one hesitation that then they enter our email sequence, and that's been absolved. So that's the first thing. You really need to understand what you're losing out on, because the companies that grow the quickest usually do so when there's less competition. And when there's less competition, it's usually because of economic factors or because of external factors, because people are drawing back. If you're really, really confident in the service you can deliver, if you're really, really confident in the transformation, be it in the fitness space, the interior design space, the investment space, all of these services can provide a transformation. And if you can really put your money where your mouth is, you can see exponential growth. That's why over the last couple of months, we've seen an aesthetic clinic grow by 235% in 90 days. We've seen an insurance client of ours increase the amount of new customers by 65% in the first 2 months. Because their service is so exceptional, because we can acquire that information and that attention at scale, we can match that new attention with that phenomenal service, implement the information that the customer needs at those various stages, and ultimately multiply the amount of people who are coming through to their business at a rate that would not have been possible had it not been for marketing. So people need to get out of this frame of mind of marketing is this drain on my money, it's the biggest expense on my balance sheet. Yes, it should be, because it's the thing that will grow your business. The two main things that will grow your business are marketing and service delivery. Apart from that, everything can be figured out. Obviously, accounting and your bookkeeping is extremely important. But for the oxygen of the business is new customers. And you pulling back your marketing spend is starving your business of oxygen. And ultimately, it will die. Unless you've got a retention rate of 100%, all of your customers come back to you all of the time and you never need to acquire a new customer, you're fully booked. Then yeah, fine, pull back on your spending. But really, whether that be organically putting time, effort and money into developing a solid content strategy, whether it's time, effort and money put into developing a solid paid strategy. In my opinion, the most consistent and predictable way to acquire new customers online. Organic, you can get 10 customers in a day and nothing for the next month. It's just the way it works. It's just the way the algorithm works. But when you're constantly putting yourself in front of tens of thousands of targeted customer personas that fit your service on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, it cannot only push your business forward. So I want people to really understand that for every day that you're not doing this, for every day you're not working on where you're getting your new attention from where you're sending that attention and how you're converting it, how you're getting them the information about your business, and then how you're re-engaging people who've fallen in between the cracks, who got to your website, didn't complete significant action, who got to your social media but never really engaged. For every day that you don't do that, you're falling behind and your competitors are doing it. So the effects of it are multiplied. You're falling behind, your competitors day by day are moving further ahead, becoming more known in the marketplace. So really you have to ask yourself, can I afford not to be marketing? Because really you can save the couple of thousand on your balance sheet every month, and you can save and have maybe 30,000-40,000 left in profitability at the end of the year. Fantastic. But really, if you want that to be an extra 100, 200, €1 million in online revenue, in extra generated revenue in 12 months, 24 months time, you have to become aware. If you look at any of the big players in the space, if you look at the biggest in the world, if you look at Apple, they want to make themselves known. They don't initially care about converting a customer in an hour and selling them a phone. They want to sell you the benefits over a period of time. They want to show their authority. They want to stamp their authority on you that they are the biggest player in the space. And how do they do that? By always being present. You drive past a billboard, you go online, you look at the biggest influencers in the world using their tech. That's how they ingrain themselves that they are the one that you need to buy from. And although that logic may not need to apply to something as mundane as insurance, it still is a big deal for a lot of people. It still is a very conscious decision they have to make. And 9 times out of 10, who are they going to make that decision with? The person who's present when they're making that decision. And you deciding not to spend that money, you deciding to pull back and retreat into your shell instead of being aggressive and building a business, means that you'll probably miss out on that customer. So if you take one thing from this video, I would implore you to rethink your marketing strategy. Look at it from start to finish, and not just look at it as that's where my big drain on money is this month. Look at how much attention did we get? how much of that attention did we convert, and how much of that attention gave us money. The fourth thing you need to look at is how much of that attention is still there that we can convert in future months, so that it's not just wasted. It's not just what did we convert in the instant. If we look at the example of Apple, they spend millions upon millions, probably tens of millions in monthly advertising, because they know the lifetime value of the customer will supersede that at a return on ad spend of 4, 5, 6, 10x. So you really need to start investing in converting right now, but also allowing for the growth and allowing for the awareness that will enable you to grow in 12 months, 24 months, because you've gained the notoriety in the marketplace. So really look at your marketing and not just look at it as money we're giving Facebook. Look at the attention you're getting. We've seen countless people spend thousands on newspaper advertisements, on billboards, and no quantifiable results, and keep going with them because they think it's getting their brand out there. When they can go to their Facebook Business Manager, when they can go to their Google Ads Manager, when they can go to their email marketing software and see the exact percentages of people who came through to their funnel. They can go to their funnel and see the exact amount of people who got to the book a call page, the quote submitted page, the meeting book, the thank you page, and tell precisely the effectiveness of their marketing. And a lot of people won't like to hear it, but their marketing funnel doesn't work. And because they don't know why it doesn't work, they stop spending. So please rethink it. Just think of all of the competition and all of the march that your competitors are gaining on you by not being present. And not only short term, but the long term damage you're doing to your business. So hopefully you found this useful. I know it seems like a little bit of a rant, but it is something that we're extremely passionate about. Marketing isn't a waste of money. It's one of the most important things you can do for your business. So rethink your strategy and let us know if you have any questions.